I'm King 5 meteorologist Adam Claybon. Let's go ahead and just talk about that big game, the Super Bowl. That's going to be happening this weekend, and we have a good one. The Seahawks and the Patriots going up against each other. We're expecting to see temperatures around the upper 60s, maybe even close to the 70-degree mark around kickoff. So plenty of sunshine there too, and then things should start to quiet back down as we head on into the evening. This is going to be the forecast for Santa Clara, where the 49ers stadium actually is. So it's going to be played down there in the Bay Area of California. Start time is going to be at 3:30. So again, we're going to try to see and keep the rain away, because what's going to be happening here over the next few days is this ridge of high pressure is going to build, and it's really going to stay a bit stronger down that way across California, as opposed to what we're going to see across this way here into Seattle. First off, the rain coming through today, that's going to help to produce a few light showers and maybe even a few heavier pockets at times. But with these deeper oranges and reds, as you see them start to extend farther to the north, that ridge of high pressure is building. It is strengthening and is helping to create more of that sinking air, which will really kind of limit a lot of that cloud development, and it's going to divert a lot of the active weather off to the north into southeast Alaska, British Columbia. Now, eventually that all changes. This is going to be only for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and more so heading into Friday as well. But you can start to see that trough where you have those greens and those blues and those purples beginning to eat away at that ridge, and that's going to help to push it off towards the east. Still fairly strong farther to the south, and so that's going to help to keep things again fairly dry as you go down into California. But it is going to bring back more of that active weather heading on into more the second half of the day on Saturday night, and into more of Sunday in the form of some more rain. That's going to be heading back into the region at that point. But you can see just how big that ridge of high pressure is, and how what goes up usually has to come down, and that all happens in weather when it comes to our jet stream. Big dip in the jet stream. We've been talking about the cold weather here across the eastern side of the country. Check this out right here. 54 for a high in Tampa today. 51. That's only a 3-degree difference from Seattle. 59, as a matter of fact, down here around Miami. So you can see the cooler air still fairly and firmly entrenched across the eastern part of the country. Although it is beginning to modify, not as cold as what they had back on yesterday, it is still more so across that part of the U.S. as opposed to what we're seeing here across this part of the country, which again, we're going to warm up quite a bit after we get the clouds or the rain out of here in Seattle tomorrow. So highs will make their way back into the upper 50s, kind of around that 60-degree mark for the next 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which are looking to be kind of spring-like out there after the showers move out of here for today. And then we'll get more of that wet weather late Saturday evening into Saturday night, and then into the day on Sunday. Again, down into California, things are going to be dry for the Super Bowl. As far as what's going to be happening for Seattle, if you have any outdoor events or parties or whatever you're trying to do, make sure to prepare for the rain and the cooler weather that's going to be with us. Out this way towards Westport, it looks like cameras down right there, but here around Tacoma, got those areas of rain coming down as we speak throughout the morning hours. We're going to see a lot more of that rain kind of in place from time to time, but a lot of it dying off, and it should dry out as we head on into the afternoon. So only a sprinkle or two here around Everett. While here in Seattle, you can see definitely quite a bit of that rain in place as temperatures are holding on into more of the mid-40s. What's going to change, though, is that we're going to get the rain out of here. We'll get some slight warming, again, more so into the low 50s by the afternoon, but a lot less in terms of the steadiness of the shower activity is expected to be around. Farther south, though, we are expecting to see a bit more of that rain. South of Seattle and heading more so around Tacoma and areas across more of the southern parts of the state. But that moisture is heading its way on through, and it's going to be hitting more of the Cascades with a bit more of that snow for the mountains there. But up this way around the San Juans, and you can see kind of right below that, right beneath that, south of there, we're already beginning to see the dry air take over, and so that's going to really help out in drying things out here as we go later on into the day. And then we have the back edge of the system moving on through, and we got the dry weather to come as we head on into the next few days. Here's Futurecast. You can see the system moving quickly on out of here off towards the east. The snow still coming down at a decent clip, although snow levels will be rising eventually around 5,000, even 6,000 feet here by the evening. We're going to get a little snow for our mountains. Anything that we can get, we'll take, because we are definitely running deficits there. But completely drying out here by about 7 to 8 o'clock tonight, and we'll continue to see not only just the rain leave out of here, but also we'll start to see a bit more of those clearing skies, and the clouds will disappear too, giving us a little sunshine into the day on Tuesday. Rainfall amounts still yet to come. Higher amounts farther to the south where we expect the deeper moisture and the more consistent moisture to be as we head later on into the day. So about 1/4 to 1/2 inch for many spots. Higher amounts possible farther to the south, and then between about maybe 2 to 5 inches of snow up here across more of the Cascades once it's all said and done. And then we get into this warmer stretch, and highs that we're going to see here for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be about 10 degrees above where they should normally be. Average highs at 49 degrees, so 58, even 60 degrees and 58, and it's going to be quite nice and spring-like. Cooling down a little bit, but still above average here even once we head on into the weekend. Forecasted highs 49 in Orcas Island. We'll top off at about 50 degrees around Mount Vernon. We'll see a high of 51 in Marysville, 51 in Coopville, more low 50s around Seattle as well as in Renton, Maple Valley at 50 degrees, Bremerton up to 51, low 50s around Tacoma and in Olympia and in Puyallup. Tonight's forecast will drop down into the low to mid 40s, so another cool night, but definitely not a cold night. And once we head on into the day tomorrow, we'll definitely be rewarded for some of the wet weather we've seen today, and we'll see more of that milder and spring-like weather all the way at least through more so Friday, then things turning a bit more into that winter pattern again over the weekend.